The question comes, should you really hate a rival? I mean, it's such a mean, nasty word. But in the case of clean, old-fashioned hate, there's really no other choice. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway.
Set to kick this one away.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions.
Goat! Set! Red Terrier!
Looking for a man. It's Boley. Here's the pressure. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
On the double.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
Looking downfield, it's Boley. It's complete to the right. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Wants to throw it. Bringing the heat. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. The Ramblin' Wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. You know, people forget Georgia Tech was a charter member of the SEC. That was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to Georgia in their fight song about how much they hate them. So that gives you an idea of how deep the hate is.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the right. Makes the grab.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The Yellow Jackets, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. To the air, it's Boley. Scrambling away. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
Georgia Tech.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession 1, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run.
Number 33, set to kick it off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
Ready! Igloo!
The give to the back. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Lasso!
They'll keep it on the ground. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
6-9-1.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Kill.
The offense changing the play. From the gun, the running back has it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Dogs in a good spot here with second and short. Off play action. Dances away to buy time. Finds a crease at the 20. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Takes a handoff. It's Frazier. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Second and goal for the offense.
Moves.
They'll try to run it in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. After getting absolutely nowhere on second down, they'll try it again on third and goal.
Yankee blue. Yankee blue. Jackrabbit. This is what we like.
Trying to pound it in. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
On the play.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So the offense will try to punch it in here on fourth and goal from the 1.
Easy.
Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia!
Touchdown, Dogs.
I think most coaches on fourth and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big fourth down conversion.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense.
42.
They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Back to pass, it's Boley. They're working that left side. At the 40, there he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And the Yellow Jackets can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
So now it's second and long.
Terrier. Lasso. Arrow. Acorn. Logger. Lion. Gaucho. Gorilla. Griffin.
To the air, it's Boley. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man on the right. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Looking downfield on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming.
Cricket.
On the move. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. The give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. The give to the running back from the shotgun. At the 45 on his way. There he goes. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. He's up to 113 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. Didn't take him long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. Fighting off the defender. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming.
Flare! Down!
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front.
4th down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
691, Gator spot.
Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air on first down. Plucks it out of the air.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Got his man on the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Wants to go up top on first down. Throwing right. Got his man. Breaks into the open. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10.
Jackrabbit. Ready?
Wants to throw. It's Boley. Moving away from pressure. Lets it fly deep downfield.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Set. Hut, hut.
Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Gonna look downfield again. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again.
Hawk, hawk, spider, tuna, hornet, hornet, tuna, tuna, python, gorilla, timber, arrow.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking for the score. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Oh, that stings, man. You did a great job calling the play. You got your guy open. Everything was executed perfectly.
Here we go.
And the ball hits him in the hands, and he just can't bring it in. Man, those are tough ones. Those are tough to swallow.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Terrier. 42 spider. 4-2 arrow.
Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Oh, he makes the catch. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires left. Makes a connection. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41.
Yeah, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Complete downfield. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring.
Belly stutter.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own.
Griffin, go.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Lets it go to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Ready, go!
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs!
Touchdown. Bulldogs.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic.
Let's go!
Dropping back, it's Boley. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms.
Razor, razor! Hawk! Lasso! Pilot! Acorn!
Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a hit. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
21. Georgia Tech 14.
And the Yellow Jackets will line up to kick off and start the second half.
On the football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And the Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down.
Yankee blue! Flare!
On the run, it's Frazier. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
To the ground to try to move the chains. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
Coming up.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down.
Black 24! Black 24! Hornets!
Leaves it with the back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Third down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Griffin. Get set. Get set. Dino.
Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
First down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
32-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
On the
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Down.
From the shotgun, the inside give. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
At the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wants to throw on third. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Georgia! A great catch and run for 6.
Number 84.
Things getting tough for the Jackets as the hairy dogs putting the bite into this one.
Georgia owning the Jackets, and they've owned this series, this rivalry, the hatred between the two. Right now, it's looking like that Governor's Cup going straight to the Dogs.
And they tacked on the extra point.
Georgia tactic.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
Set to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Back to throw, it's Boley. Snagged in the middle, it's Smothers.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
The Yellow Jackets can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Looking downfield on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Moose.
Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Quarterback extends the play. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Back to pass, it's Boley. Pocket breaking down. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense, and you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollock, who really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to two guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head.
The kick is good.
Absolutely perfect. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set. Belly stutter.
They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
They'll give it to him again. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Second down coming up.
The Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Razor.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw at Stockton. He rifles one deep to the left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And it's good from 58 yards out.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Complete to the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick.
Going deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He'll take another shot here. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive. The turnover.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
He might want another play. Toss sweep to the left. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits him right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
He'll field the punt.
The return is tackled down at the 31, and the Georgia Tech offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Going right to work up top. Oh, they're after him! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like, they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Under fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets headed quickly to the line. To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws. Picked off. Trying to take it back. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing, and you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
691, Gator score!
The give as they work on that clock. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Ready, set.
And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Flare! Flare!
Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And the Dogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
Belly stutter! Easy!
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And this field goal attempt might just seal the deal by making it a 3-score game late. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25.
Gorilla!
Scanning the field, it's Boley. Bringing the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
The Yellow Jackets now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Handoff to the single back. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2.
Picks up 4. 3rd down coming.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
Cricket.
Gonna run it. It's Smothers. He's not gonna make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The clean, old-fashioned hate was evident, and now Georgia Tech has even more reason to hate the Dogs because the red and black come out on top. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm